All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we will be diving into the crypto gaming and metaverse markets today, as there's some potential upcoming catalysts in the month of October that could send at least some big news throughout the metaverse, as Meta, the lead player who set off the last crypto gaming and metaverse bull run last fall, obviously, whenever they announced they were changing Facebook to Meta. They are having their conference in October. I'll talk about why this could be a big catalyst for a couple of projects and why some of the current biggest quote unquote metaverses in the world, if you look between the lines, they could be maneuvering and making investments towards bringing one of the biggest IP products in the world to the metaverse. We'll talk about that and more, including my overview of the markets at the moment, as always. So without further ado, let's get in the game.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know you gon' play, but ain't a percent. If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know you gon' play, but ain't a play. If you get lost, show you the way.
All right, let's get right into it. Be sure to drop down and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and if you are bullish on the future of crypto gaming and the metaverse, and subscribe to the channel for videos here every single day on the Crypto Banter channel. And shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game, Myria, one of the leading gaming developers, as well as one of the leading L2 solutions and Starkware technologies across all of Web3 gaming. Animoca Brands, one of the biggest Web3 gaming companies in the world. Unix Gaming, one of the best Web3 gaming infrastructures in Web3 gaming, as well as MEXC, the official exchange of the In the Game show. Be sure to drop down in the description to check out those platforms and all of our sponsors. Let's go ahead and dive into what I think could be a big catalyst for the metaverse, guys, and that is Meta's upcoming Connect conference on October 11th. I think that obviously with this being more of a, so to speak, Web 2 company, right? Meta, it's not really like crypto centric news, but when we're looking at the future of the metaverse, what set off the last catalyst of major metaverse adoption, and not really just like user adoption, but more so just like attention, right? The attention really shifted to the metaverse the second that Facebook said, we're going to change to Meta and we're going to move towards the metaverse. Well, now they are hosting their Connect conference on October 11th, which I think, you know, if they came out with some big news, some big updates on their technology, on what's going on with the future of the metaverse, there could be some potential short-term news that could, you know, have some effects on the metaverse markets for the short term. Even despite a bearish climate, metaverse could take a potential positive from this. Obviously, if something was to go wrong, it could take a negative from this as well. But I don't even see this right now. It's not really a buy the rumor, sell the news event, because it's not like people are like meta conference. You know, this is 15 days away. When we were 15 days away from the ETH merge, from Cardano, you know, all their smart contract, their forks, all the different stuff that have been buy the rumor, sell the news events in the past, those have really been like anticipated, right? No one's really talking about this. So I think that the one thing that could come out of this is positive news from the market. I mean, metaverse tokens and crypto gaming tokens have already bled so much. I actually think that any positive news here could send the metaverse narrative back up just a bit in the short term. And when you take a look, obviously they are partnered up with Polygon, one of my highest conviction projects across the entire, especially in the top 25. But I think as anything under Bitcoin and Ethereum, in my opinion, Polygon's the one that I am looking at to try to accumulate the most in this bear market because of their partnerships from Meta, Disney. They are partnered up, I believe, with Sandbox and Dr. Disrespect's game, which we'll talk about later on. There's so many top tier partnerships with Polygon and the runway that they have, the tokenomics, the market cap, everything adds up. And obviously this is never financial advice on the channel, guys, but I'm just always laying out, you know, what I'm looking at. And these are the narratives. Meta is going to be here to play for the future of the metaverse. They will be at the forefront of it, bringing this to the mainstream. Whether they're going to be the final product, we don't know, right? But Polygon could be a huge benefactor of that. And we're almost getting down into the 60 cent ranges. And honestly, I'm so highly convicted on Polygon that if we start getting in those 60-cent ranges, 50-cent ranges, if the market keeps on dipping, I mean, we're seeing quite a bit of red today in the markets. I mean, these are getting close to those DCA levels. If you're really a long-term player and believer and conviction in the future of Polygon and the technology and the partnerships they're bringing to the table and the people behind the scenes there. So look out for this Meta conference on October 11th, as I do think that could be a really big catalyst for the metaverse. And then read between the lines here. It's not just Meta that's orchestrating metaverse moves at the top of the scale of the entertainment, social, and gaming industry. Epic Games, the giant who brought Fortnite to the table, just recently invested $30 million into a metaverse infrastructure project alongside Tencent. And just recently, they had raised $2 billion to further its metaverse ambitions. What is Fortnite? It is the best and biggest metaverse in the entire world. The characters from Darth Vader, from Goku, to Naruto, to there's LeBron James. There's so many different characters you can be. You can be anything you want inside of that world. It is so culturally embedded into like society and gaming. Like Epic Games has that IP. And what are the most powerful tool for NFTs? It's gaming and gaming assets. What are one of the most popular things inside of Fortnite? Gaming skins. They have the best product to bring to the metaverse at their disposal of any company in the world, in my opinion, in Fortnite. And if you look, they're testing the waters. They're making investments heavily, over $2 billion invested into the metaverse of the future. Now they're onboarding and going against Steam, and they're letting Web3 games like Grit from Gala, Imposters from Elio Trades, Blanco's Block Party, and more. These games will be launching on the Epic Games store. So they are definitely going to see. I think that's a test to see what's the sentiment going to be like. How are people going to feel if we put Web3 games on the platform? I think it's almost like a test run, right? And then they might eventually come out with a pack that's an NFT in a certain game and then maybe roll it into their biggest flagship product, which is Fortnite, because this type of money indicates that this is going to be something serious for Epic Games. And the fact that they're going against the grain, against Steam, and launching Web3 games on their platform, to me only shows that they are wide open to that industry and that they are looking into that industry. And then I wanted to talk quickly because another mainstream catalyst, one of the best like potential products, Infinity Ward developers, Dr. Disrespect's game, Deadropes, the vertical extraction shooter, the Snapshot 2 recently came out. And a couple key differences, we talked about the Snapshot number 1 whenever we were on the channel. And whenever the Snapshot number 1 was live, it was really just a training ground. Now, a couple things to point out here. The environments in this one are a little more less detailed, but the detail on the maps on the final product will be much better than this. I think Dr. Disrespect's game has so much potential. Like the way that the game felt crisp. Like whenever I hopped in it with my Founders Pass, the game feels crisp, the mechanics feel so sharp, and the environments are going to be so sick once they're fully polished and they're not just like these basic environments, so that we can hop in and have a play test. And the beauty of it is these are truly decentralized built games. Like Dr. Disrespect is letting us play this game as it's being built. Call of Duty would never do that. Like imagine this is the second snapshot. They're releasing these snapshots 6 weeks apart. So like they're going to pump these out very quickly. And we're having the opportunity to hop in here and actually play these experiences. I think that Dr. Disrespect's game has tons and tons of potential to also lead that mainstream adoption curve in the industry. So good to see more gameplay coming out of that product. And those are some of the catalysts under the roof that I believe are right around the corner and ongoing with Dr. Disrespect's game, Polygon, Epic Games, and Meta that are really big catalysts in the metaverse industry right now. And especially circle that date, October 11th, because you might want to even tune in the background and see what they have to say, what Zuckerberg has to say, what they bring to the table for the future of the metaverse, because I think that's going to be actually a key date to watch out for. If you are in the crypto gaming in the metaverse industry, you might want to check in on what is going on at that conference. And when we're looking at the market, guys, obviously we're taking a little bit of a nosedive due to some news this morning, as covered on other videos here on the Crypto Banter channel. But when we're looking at what's going on in the market, guys, once again, nothing's changed for me. I'm just sitting on the sidelines. My biggest advice I could give to anybody at the moment is continue, accumulating your cash flow, like real world cash flow. have your buckets, investments, stable coins, whatever you're DCAing into, have a strategy, whatever it is that your approach is, but always be cautious in these type of times. Any sort of news swing or announcements, as we see every single week almost in this space, can send this in a nosedive. So always have your risk strategy in place. But right now, I'm still sitting on my hands. I think we're going lower personally. I always try to give you my no filter, full disclosure view on the market. I think that we're not done bleeding. I think that Bitcoin's going to get closer to 15,000, than before we see some short-term upside, and long-term upside is going to be long. I mean, I think it's going to be a long time before we see any sort of real bullish momentum in the market. So boring is good. Look, boring is good, and having no position is a position in the market. So just keep accumulating cash flow, stack up your stable coins, and be ready to DCA into your favorite projects whenever that time comes and you feel comfortable, like those Polygons, Galas, Vulcan Forge, Ultra, those high conviction products that we talk about here every single day on the channel. Those are the ones I'm really looking to DCA into when the time comes. And I'll be here along the way to walk you through exactly what I'm thinking the entire time. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe down below for videos here every single day on the Crypto Banter channel. Like I said, guys, boring is not a bad thing in the markets. Take this time to continue your education, vetting these projects, building your watch list. As I say all the time, you will come out on the other side such a better investor, and your tool belt will be much more equipped for the future, especially if you kind of read between the lines with these things that we try to present you here on In the Game. So if you like the video, be sure to like the video. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of In the Game. As always, play well, my friends.